Sparrow, a message about yourself. Uh, you're welcome back to Sparrow Podcast, still on marriage interview with Kikelomo.
Thank you so much, Pastor. God bless you. You know, you have actually helped us with this, your right, or for as many that has been following, actually. If you need more, I can send more to you. So just enter my DM and just ask for more write-ups. All right. In the same line, I want to ask this question. You know, it's a very sensitive one, and I want us to learn together. So it's actually not part of what I have here, but it's an important question that I need to ask. Talking about vision now. Yeah, when it comes to compatibility and getting married to the person that you spend the rest of your life with, what is your take on vision per se? Because I realized that the fact that, okay, maybe you are a music minister and the person you are getting married to doesn't even know how to sing, doesn't even know anything about music and the likes. How do you bring that person to the understanding of what God has called you to do at that particular moment? And how do you want the person to see your vision through you? Because two cannot work together without an agreement. And same thing, vice versa, if it is a man to a woman or a woman to. How do you combine visions together, even if they are not the same thing God has called you to do?
Let me start by saying this. You can marry somebody who doesn't do what you do as a music minister. You can marry somebody who doesn't sing or play an instrument.
But before you talk, sir, I think I've witnessed some things, and I've heard people say, if my husband is not a music minister because the lady is a music, I can marry the person. Or if this is what you do, you surely want your husband or your wife to do that particular thing. Why is it like that? Does it mean the person you will get married to, does it mean the person must do the same thing you are doing? Is it a must?
It's not a must. You might marry somebody who is not, as a music minister, you might marry somebody who is not into music but helps you in your music ministry. The person might not be able to sing, he might not be able to play an instrument, but he can support you on everything you do. I mean, can be the backbone, talks to you, okay, you need this, okay, let's do it together. You are going to a place, he can. I've seen people whom their husband is their driver when they are going for ministration, and yet the man cannot sing, cannot play an instrument. The man became the PA to the wife because they have understanding, because the man loves what the wife is doing. And it's vice versa. The wife might not be singing or playing an instrument, but if the wife loves what the husband is doing, the wife will support, and the man will understand that this is support for him. Each time, we have our weakness and we have our strengths. The wife might not be able to sing, but can be strength to the husband in another way. So it's not a must that if you are a music minister or you are doing something, your husband must be doing what, like I've seen fashion designers, they say, no, I can't marry another person as fashion designer, so that the two of us will go into fashion. No, what I want to say is this: marry somebody that suits your purpose of life. One, it is definitely wrong for you to choose a partner or a future partner when you have not found out the purpose for your life. Okay, let me give you an instance. In 2005, I was not born again, and I have this a lady, is an able lady, so she came to purchase something from our shop where I was selling jam form and school forms like that. So she came and said she wants to purchase jam form. I sold to her, and as we were discussing, I like her. So since that they have to put down their numbers and so many other things like that, I just told her, I said I will be calling you. Like joke, I started calling her. Few times she was doing her birthday, I invited her, I proposed to her. So she rejected, and later we later agreed we were dating. So 2006, now I understand my calling this time around. Building up myself spiritually now. I was visiting mountains. That is the first problem I had with her. Because most time at that time, the network is not like it is now, that sometimes I will be on mountain and there will be no network. It is not intentional that I will off my phone. But so many times I will be on the mountain and there will be no network. So she will be calling my number and my number will not go. And he feels that, why will I? I've done that several times. There was even a time I spent a month on the mountain. So for that 1 month, she couldn't communicate with me. So I came home one day and he looked at me, said, okay, you can't be a pastor. I'm telling you, she said it to my face, said, you cannot be a pastor. We were arguing. I left that day. I came back the following day just to discuss with her. She was still on that point that no, it is not possible. When you approached me that you said you want to marry me, you didn't tell me you become a pastor. And now you cannot just become a pastor and you be traveling like that. And pastor are so even poor. Pastor are always become poor. I cannot suffer. I cannot dig in it. So we argue. For so many weeks we are on it. I just told her one day, I said, if you cannot marry a pastor, I have nothing else to do. So since now I understand my calling. So now I want to choose, but she says she can't marry a pastor. What do you expect me to do? I walk away. What if we are married? I didn't know the purpose of my life. We are now in the marriage. And now I found out that I will be a pastor and I choose the path that God has chosen for me. Now, how do you expect her to behave? There will be war. There will be problem in the home. So it is very good as a woman or as a man to find out purpose for your life. Most especially, it is very, very important for the man because the man is the head. The woman can always support the man, but as a woman who is coming to the ministry, if you are a woman that has a call or you are coming to the ministry, sincerely, if you don't find your purpose, your ministry or your calling can be stopped or can be affected by the kind of husband you married. I've seen some ladies who are into music ministry, and because of the husband they choose, they can no longer function the way they used to do before. Because the husband do not allow them to go out. The husband do not allow them to do anything. They can't go out for rehearsal, they can't go out for ministration. So that's the problem. That's the end of the ministry. The first thing to do before you even think of marriage is find your purpose for life. When you find your purpose for life, then you can choose who suits the purpose of your life. If you just marry anyhow, then you are going to get anything anyhow in the marriage.
Okay. Wow. This is getting tougher. All right. So as we have heard, we should get our purpose right, because I think we used to say this: we only attract people that look like us.
Yeah, sure.
So it is very important to know where you're going to before you now take someone by hand to follow you, because if the road is rough, you might fall down together. All right. Something just came to my mind now about our pastor here used to say something. It's even in the write-up that he used to write that something is good for you, or let me say that something is good naturally does not mean that thing is good for you. And he used to bring up this matter of shoes and the likes. I want you to share from I wanted to really hear from him. Anytime he's talking about that to me, and I'll be like, God, how did you get this analogy? How did you get this illustration this far? Sincerely, you enjoy it. Let him speak.
Thank you. In 2017, I was praying about something. There are quarrels, there are issues in the marriage of a friend, and I was being told. So as I was praying, and he happens to be a pastor as well. So I was really concerned because I have so many like that around me, and I said, okay, God, why is it that men of God also married and they are still having problems? And I know this person is a called, not that. No, we have many pastors today that are not called. They just for what they want to hit. So they joined the ministry, or they came into ministry or started ministry. So, but this one, I know is called. The spirit in me confirmed. Now, why is he having this wrong? He married as a pastor, not because he has married before he became a pastor. Now, as I was praying and I slept. I slept off. And God took me into a place where people buy shoes. So, as I was coming, I was standing by the roadside. So there are shoes. I'm a fairly used shoes at the front of the road. People like those who are selling fairly used, they put everything on the ground, and people are just buying. But this man was coming dressed neatly. As he was coming, somebody met him and said, please, can you go inside? There are shoes inside that size you. And he said, why do I have to go that inside? No, no, no. There are shoes in this place. This one are beautiful. He picked one out of it, and this thing is this tutu is beautiful, but this one doesn't suit the kind of dress. This one doesn't suit the kind of dress. He said, no, 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 no. That's what I'm buying. He bought it and left. And like that, some people came and some bought oversized. Some even bought. There are some suits that are not that are almost spoiled. That there are dents and there are so many things on it that they have to go and shoe it before they start wearing it. So and people were buying and I was watching. People were buying and I was watching. And I woke up. When I woke up and I said, I woke up and I said, what is this? And this was telling me that is about marriage. That some people, they didn't wait until they get the one that is meant for them. And yet, it's not that the shoe they bought is not good. I was praying again. I continued the prayer. I want to know more. And he gave another analogy about machine. He showed me a Bajaj machine and he showed me this Ajo Suzuki machine. He asked me, if this Bajaj machine has brake problem and you want to change it, will you put this one, the brake of Ajwe on it, and they are new? I said no. He said, won't it work? I said, if I pack it very well, it can work. But he said, will it work very well? Maybe just as the one really meant for Bajaj. I said no, that I need to get the original made of brake for that Bajaj. He said, so many people, they are like that. They look for their Bajaj and they saw Ajwe Suzuki products or parts, and because the Ajwe product is follow-come, is good, they bought it and fixed it to their Bajaj, and on the way those things got spoiled and they are having problem. I said, so in marriage, God can tell you that somebody is good, but the question is it meant for me? If you go to a market, I said in one of my videos, I said if you go to market, you want to buy clothes. One, you check your size. That's the first thing. And you now check your taste. What kind of clothes are you looking for? Are you buying jeans? Are you buying trousers? Are you buying palm trousers? Are you buying natives? Do you get it now? You go for your size. Another thing is that you look for the kind of quality that suits your purpose or your styles. There are clothes in the market that are worth of 100,000. There are clothes in the market that are worth of 2,000 naira. So, and sometimes if you wear the cloth of 100,000 naira, it might not suit you because it is not meant for you. What if it is oversized or it's too small for you? So many people, they go to the market when they want to get married. What they bought is an oversized or undersized, and it doesn't mean that the cloth or the shoe they bought is not good. You can buy a quality shoe that is too big for you or too small for you. If you wear a shoe that is too big for you, you won't be able to run fast. If you wear a shoe that is too small for you, you won't be able to run fast because you will be having inch on your leg. So these are the things. So the first thing is that if that thing is good, is it meant for you? Is it your size? Can it suit your purpose for life? Those are the questions you need to ask. Those things, that shoe, that lady, is it for you? Is it meant for you, even though it is good? Do you know we can have the Bajaj product anywhere in Nigeria? Like we can have it all over wherever they are selling machine. So the same way, you can have somebody that is meant for you anywhere, all over the world. But you have to search and know the one that is meant for your purpose. We have Bajaj in Lagos, we have in Ibadan, we have in Osogbo, we have in Akure, we have in Ondo State, we have in Abuja, and so on and so forth. So, which means if you are in Lagos, you can get the one that suits for your purpose. If you are in Ibadan, you can get the one that suits your purpose. So, but the first thing is for that, you must know that this one is good and is what is meant for you.
Marriage thing is a very sensitive one. You know, I learned something while he was speaking, and it was like going for a cloth in the market, you must look for your size, you must look for the quality that you're going for, and your vision must follow as well. And also, you know, one thing came to my mind and I was like, why is it like that? Because naturally I was actually calculating it in my head and I was like, okay, fine. If you get a clothes that is not your size, Is either that cloth tear or you are unable to wear it. And if it's an oversize, before that cloth will be able to size you, it might take years. I just pray that the Lord will help us. Thank you for this enlightenment. The Lord help you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much.